Hello, friends, and welcome to Take Two for this Wednesday, the 11th of March, 2020. I'm Jeannie. So glad you decided to come along for the ride today. Well, I was out and about running an errand this morning, and somebody came up to me and said, total stranger, "Hey, groovy man," and kept walking. And I went, "What?" What was that all about? Then I realized I'd put on my retro 60s tie-dye shirt this morning. And I remember when we were kids, little kids, and the hippie movement was just starting to come through, and my sister Fran and I were like, 9, 10, 11 years old when that kind of stuff started arising. We thought that tie-dye shirts were just the coolest thing. So we drove my mother crazy. We would go to the store and we would buy that Rit dye, and we would get a couple of tubs down in the basement in the slop sink, and we would put, and buy white t-shirts and put rubber bands on them, and we would make tie-dye shirts. Well, this one isn't from those days of old. This I bought, I think, at Kohl's. I think I got it on a clearance rack for $3. But I almost never wear it. It's just not something that I would ordinarily wear. But today I just felt like, oh, that's nice and bright and blue. I think I'll wear that today. And when that person stopped me and said, "Hey, groovy man," I just went, "Huh?" And then I realized that is just a blast from the past that I hadn't heard in a long time. Michael and I like to watch old reruns of shows from the 60s and the 70s because they're so retro and they do remind us of those old days, And of course, when you look back on days like that, you try to only look back on them fondly. Of course, there was a lot of upheaval in the world in those days. And, we were all trying to find our own way in the 60s and 70s, especially Michael having really come out of that hippie movement. And, but somehow, when you look back fondly on things like that, you only remember the good things. And I do remember this did bring back, when he said that to me, it did bring back those memories of Fran and I making tie-dye shirts and making a big mess down where the washing machine and dryer were in our basement and making those fun tie-dye shirts. Every so often, boys and girls, we need a little blast from the past. We need a little something to remind us of times where we have fond memories. Don't dwell on today's troubles all day long. Now, I'm not saying don't be responsible. Please, I got to bring some balance here. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be responsible and take care of today's things in your life, but think about what the Bible says. Don't fret about then. Don't fret about the past, you know what? Or even fret about the future, because today has enough troubles of its own. So do what you need to do today's tasks and challenges and dealing with the things of today, the issues of today. But at the same time, treat yourself to a memory. Pull out an old photo album maybe. Or maybe turn on the TV if you have a little break and watch something on MeTV or one of those older channels or on Roku. There's just so many things you can watch out there. Maybe an old comedy or an old drama or something like Leave It to Beaver or something. Andy Griffith. Get some homespun wisdom from Andy and Barney, And just go back a little bit and just have a nostalgic moment, go back in your past and just try to remember some good, fond memories. Who knows? It may bring a tear to your eye. It may remind you of something that you need to do that you haven't done in a long time. Something good and happy and fuzzy and wonderful, okay? Now, don't forget to also, while you're at it, go be a blessing to somebody today. You may be the only one who is. Why don't you invite somebody along to look at that old photo album with you or watch an old Andy Griffith show together and have a laugh? That might be something you might want to do today to be a blessing. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jeanne Sigler, JeanneSigler. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You'll be notified every time another Take Two gets posted. And you know what? While you're there on the YouTube channel, why don't you go back and look at some of my past Take Twos? That might be a bit of nostalgia that will get you smiling. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. And listen, by the way, I forgot to say it. Happy Hump Day. It is Wednesday. I cannot let the day go by without saying it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And you be well. Have a great day. I love ya. Bye-bye.